Hello guys, today we will be planting this gorgeous large tree in our front yard, and I'll show you all the steps. The first step is finding the right position for your tree, and of course you have to make sure that you are not placing it close to any pipes or irrigation systems that you have. For instance, I have pipe there from the sound pump, so make sure it's not close to it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So once you found the position, you have to remove the grass and start digging a hole. There is a rule, so you have to have an area 3 times the radius of your pot. So for me is 10 inch, and then technically it should be as good as 30 inches all around. So that's what we're gonna do, maybe a little bit less. Once you defined your radius, I prefer, let's say, using this spike and just quickly go through just like that. But you can use just a shovel. So quickly defined, and then of course remove the tree, and you can use any tarp to put your grass and your dirt on it, so then it will be easier for you to put it back. Help here, so it's going to be fun. Next thing is probably just cutting this grass and then removing it piece by piece. So what we're going to do is just to cut it with the sharp with the sharp shovel. You will want to cut the grass. So for cutting the grass, I use this ice scraper because it's completely flat. It's pretty sharp, a little bit rusted, and it will cut it equally. But you can use shovel or anything. This is just my tool to make things easy. And then you just cut it like into pieces. Like that. Very simple. And then you will be able to remove it in pieces and subsequently reuse it where you need it, or put it back. Okay, so the next step, obviously removing this grass. You also have to be ready to see some roots, which you will also need to cut. When all the grass removed and the pit shape is ready, we'll start digging a pit, and It's gonna be roughly 14 inches to the height of this pot, because we will want to have the tree and its roots in level with the ground. No higher, no deeper, just in level. And for me, it's roughly 14 inches. I have pretty bad soil here. It's just clay after a couple of inches of good soil. So I'll try to dig as deep as I can, as wide as I can, and then I'll fill it up with a mix of this soil and the soil that I bought from the big box store. I encountered some roots from the previous tree, and this pick will be handy. When peat is ready, is the time to measure its depth, so we can place the tree. And of course I was measuring while I was digging. That's the final measure, and I have about 16, 17 inches where I needed 14, say 15 top. So I'll have to put some dirt back, and then the next step will be taking the tree out of its pot and fluffing its root as much as I can, so I can put it in and the roots will be fluffy and they will spread around. And also what I'm gonna do, since I didn't dig this entire pit out, I will use this pick to just fluff this dirt, and then I'll fill it in with the rest of the dirt back. Okay, so it's the time to lay down the tree, remove the pot, and make the roots fluffy as much as I can. So I'm using this box from the previous project. It's from a Adirondack chair. Very handy. And gently going to remove it. Was actually very easy to remove the roots. Here we go. I'll keep this maybe for more plants, who knows. So what we're gonna do next is move it closer to the pit. There are so many roots and they're so packed. Some roots started going up because they didn't have enough space. Okay, perfect. This might take quite some time. I want to make sure that all the roots are free to go where they want to. It's almost satisfying because it feels like letting the tree go out of the tiny pot and letting the roots out, and eventually they will grow where they want, which will be way more healthier for them. Roots now are pretty fluffy, and it's the time to put this tree in the pit. I already made the pictures before I started this work on how to turn this tree, so I know exactly how to place it. My advice, if the tree isn't equal on each side, just place it before you start the work, and make sure you like how it's turned. Take a picture, and then once you're at this stage when the roots are pretty much free and ready to be placed in the pit, you know exactly how to place it. So now I'll just match how it looks to how we want it to be. Yes. Oh, see, it's pretty tall and just. Ooh. But yeah, that's exactly how it's gonna be positioned. Now, I want it to be as straight as I can place it, so I'll use a level to level it up, and level it up. And yeah, we'll start filling with the dirt and the soil. Okay, so just real quick, it's perfectly in level. Just maybe a little bit angle from this side. Yeah, looks good. Okay, so one good thing about having clay soil is you can fix pretty much everything with the clay. That's what we're gonna do. So put some clay right there on each side, and it will make sure the tree is in level once I start filling it up. And yes, you try to put every root to go somewhere on the side so it can grow and spread, and it's gonna be holding properly when the strong wind comes. Final measurements. Yeah, here. Yeah, as I said earlier, I'm going to fluff this clay a little bit, so that's what I'm gonna do. Just a little bit on the side. Oops. Now I'm gonna put a little bit of black soil, which has some minerals in it. Just a couple of bags. Top. I will definitely have some excessive soil. But luckily for me, there is a construction going on, so I can just dump all this dirt at the end of my front yard, and they will cover it with good soil, and they'll put the grass on top of it.
If you like this video, find it valuable or helpful, do me a huge favor, hit that thumbs up button or subscribe. This will help to spread it out to more people and hopefully will help them as well. Thanks again, and let's get back to the video.
Okay, so if you do not have additional source of water in the area, you could put the barrier, the soil barrier, around this tree. Just make it a little bit deeper towards the tree, and this will help collecting the water during rain seasons or just during rains. For me, I don't really need that because I have irrigation and I have water right in front of the house, so I can water it anytime. Luckily, we don't have many water restrictions these days, and of course rains. So what I'm gonna do next, I'll just put a mulch around it, and we'll consider this project almost done until I fix this tree to help to protect it from the strong winds. When you're happy with the level of soil that you put around the tree and you level it up, the next step will be is to put a mulch around it. Choose the color you want, just make sure it's non-toxic. It will be used to retain the moisture under and around the tree. And again, if you had barrier around your tree, you would still want to put a mulch just to keep that moisture that is collected within this barrier, so the tree can continue taking it for its roots and for its growth. By the way, when you work on these projects, do not forget to have really good knee protection, knee pads, because it will save your knees, even from little stones that you can put your knee on top of. And later on, we will decide what to do. If we want to put some stones around the tree or landscaping edging, right now this is good enough. Okay, so technically the project could be considered done. The tree is planted, it's mulched around. However, my tree is fairly tall, and when it was staying on the pot, in the pot, and it was windy, it kept falling down all the time. So I have to protect it first from the strong winds, at least for a couple of years, I guess. And second, maybe from rabbits, because we have a lot of them. I don't know if they get hungry during the fall. Who knows? So I will put some nets around it. Maybe we'll see. For now, I definitely gonna put T-posts, and three of them will make sure that the tree is fixed and it's not gonna fall down or break during the strong winds. So I'll be using three of these T-posts. You can see it's pretty long, so it will go down probably 3 feet down, so it will expose 5 feet, and I will hammer them in around the tree, and I will just make sure the tree is attached to all of them, and it will protect this tree from falling or breaking during the hurricanes or strong winds. For each T-post, I'll measure 3 feet and just use any tape I had around. It happened to be a plumber's tape, just to mark the depth that I will be putting these T-posts in. Technically, I could have gotten like a 6 feet or 7 feet, but they were almost the same price. So, and of course, make sure there are no pipes around or anything that you can damage. I use mullet for these, but if you have handy tool to put those T-bars into the ground, there is a specific tool like a pipe, and you just hit it. Yeah, use that. It's faster and it's easier. Yeah, I should have used the ladder, but it was faster to get these. To protect kids' hands from the sharp edges, I put those cups. They are for the rebars, but they work for the T-posts. And yeah, these gobs are optional, but handy just in case kids try to jump on it, touch it. Pipe that I found as a collar around the tree, and then I will attach wire from each T-post to this collar. Now on this collar is around the tree, I can attach the wires from each post and consider this project to be done. This is how this collar, you see, is attached to each post, so it will not technically touch the tree, but it will protect the tree in case of the strong winds. I attached the chicken mesh around the tree, and I attached this collar to each T-post with the wire, so it holds like that. And it's the time to clean this up, and I will show you how it looks at the end. The tree is planted, and I have already watered it, so you can see the final look. Overall, it was a very nice project. I'm very happy that we finally were able to plant this tree, and I hope it will survive. Obviously, we're in Canada; it's harsh winters, so I will make sure that everything what I could do is done. And yeah, thanks for watching, and let me know what you think, or if you have any questions down below. Thanks.